The documents, because that's how they did it under the laws of the high seas. It's how you ship your cargo from your vessel to theirs. It's the highest form of postage that exists in the land, so they can never say that they didn't get him. Leo Varadkar, Dáil in Leinster House, Kildare Street, Dublin 2. We start all our paperwork with Matthew 10:13. It means, if my house be worthy, then let peace become upon us. If my house be not worthy, then let peace return to you. Thanks Stephen Mannon for the return dress. He allowed us to use Integrity Ireland business page for that, so thank you so much, Stephen. Oh, there he is. He's been a Trojan. He's been brilliant. Yeah. Expressed in plain English language and simple counting systems. You have to understand the word play in order that we have to do it like this. Claimant, we people of Éire. We'll use Ireland from here on out. We call it Éire because Éire is the name of the soil, which is 6 inches above the land, and every one of us are part of the soil, no matter what county you're at in. So it's not for any political stunt or anything like that. It's just the name of the soil. It's plain and simple. All the police numbers and Garda numbers are all in here, so I won't go through them again. So this claim expressed on the first day of the 12th year of our Lord 2021. Now we have to say it like that because they only do time after death of Jesus, so that's why we have to say it this way. In relation to the individuals accept liability for the name Leo Varadkar. Now there's 4 different name titles here. They're the block capital names, you have their living name, you have their utility name, and we have their military name as well, so they can't fall in under, and they can't just switch their names when they feel like. Notice the principal is notice the agent is notice the principal. Claiming my rights. All mankind is equal under law. We co-authors are people of Éire and express these claims of fact for the purposes to enlighten and to protect you from attracting civil liability and criminal responsibility in relation to your actions and omissions surrounding your willfully or recklessly promoting the COVID-19 vaccinations or injections or medical procedure, mRNA gene therapy or mRNA technology. We'll just call it bioweapon for now. To all the people of Éire, and for the direct or consequential injuries to people of Éire for any harm or loss or injury or mental harm or physical harm caused to the people on Éire by way of false advertising or promotion of the COVID-19 bioweapon, which is accepted by people of Éire under laws of people by Éire by way of gross negligence in the unlimited or reckless manner that Leo Varadkar is now responsible for upon receipt of this lawful notice. Yes. Removal of your good faith offence from Leo Varadkar, man in both private and public capacity, and including but not limited to all corporations or state agents or employees. Our servants are under express or implied contract of hire, or agents like these, or independent contractors, our teachers, our head teachers, our classroom assistants, our vice principals, or health workers, our consultants, our scientists, or any individual employed for the purpose to enforce this unlawful wrongdoing within the Department of Health or within the Department of Education, or An Garda Síochána, or policy enforcers, or United Nations, or military personnel, or within the company known as Radio Telefís Éireann, News or Virgin Media Limited, including but not limited to all broadcasting corporations or agents or entities that are or have been subsidised by any corporate agency, foreign or otherwise, acting under maritime or admiralty jurisdiction, or as servants or agents or employees, will now be made responsible and personally liable for any injuries and torts caused unlawfully to our property while under their supervision, care or control. COVID-19 vaccines, bioweapon, is having an adverse effect on all people of all ages on Éire by recklessly or unlawfully engaging in war crime caused either directly or indirectly by any employee of any corporation or state agent or servants or under express implied contract for hire. It just keeps going over it again. So pursuant to Quincy Bell versus the Tavistock and Portmount NHS Foundation Trust Neutral Citation Number 2020 EWHC 3274, vaccination or injection our medical procedure, our mRNA gene therapy, our technology is a forced biological experiment on our property, our progeny, our offspring, attending schools and area without full consent and without prolonged field trials and without any valid safety data, which is therefore irrefutable evidence of genocide and torture at common law and under international law. And pursuant to Montgomery versus Lancashire, the Montgomery judgment and informed consent, the Supreme Court judgment of Montgomery versus Lancashire 2017 changed the standards of consent. The key passages from the Montgomery judgment state: the Supreme Court, the doctor is therefore under a duty of care to take reasonable care to ensure that the patient is aware of any material risks involved in any recommended treatment and of any reasonable alternative or variant treatment. The test of materiality is whether, in the circumstances of the particular case, a reasonable person in the patient's position would be likely to attach significance to the risk, or the doctor is or should reasonably be aware that the particular patient would be likely to attach significant risk to it. Forced wearing of masks or forced social distancing measures have no lawful basis on ERA and is causing irrefutable mental harm and stress and duress, for which Leo Varadkar will be held to account in his public and private capacity. And any coercion employed to force COVID-19 vaccinations or injections in schools, either lateral flow tests or polymerase chain reaction tests, are unlawful. And SARS-CoV-2 has never been isolated from a sample tissue from a living or dead body by the Department of Health in Ireland, confirmed in writing by it when asked to produce a sample. Therefore, any mental harm or physical harm caused to my property while under the supervision of any school teacher or school principal. Now, I'm going to leave this one because this video was put up yesterday, so you can watch this over again. I'm just going to go to a contract schedule that I didn't have with me yesterday. I'll read that out and you can catch up on this on my other my channel later because it's too long to go into.